Hey everyone, I'm back with a brand new video on EnglishYaari, and this time it is going to be bombastic. I'm super excited because I've got a chance to meet one of the best tutors on EnglishYaari, Megha Nayak. She's an excellent tutor and super talented, and we had a lively discussion together. So in this video, you're going to get plenty of useful vocabulary words that you can also incorporate in your speaking. At the end, she has also provided useful feedback for me that can be helpful for you as well, right? She has also provided some tips and tricks related to enhancing your vocabulary, so you don't want to miss out on this. Watch the video till the end and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Now, enjoy the ride.
Hi Sunita, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm doing perfectly fine. No complaints as such. How are you doing, ma'am?
I think I'll have to copy your answer on that one. I'm doing well too. So good to have you on the session today. So I guess we're meeting for the first time.
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Megha and I'm from Bangalore. Which city are you from?
I'm from Uttarakhand.
Lovely. Which place exactly in Uttarakhand? Because I do have a couple of learners from Uttarakhand.
Okay. So I'm from Chamoli district, if you have heard of it.
Wow, very good. So how is the weather at your place today?
It's shining really bright and sunny weather today. Pleasant.
Do you like this kind of a weather or something that's a little more colder, a
Uh-huh.
little more darker?
Uh-huh. No, I love this kind of weather because being a housewife and a house manager, I would say, you get a good time, you get a good whole day to dry up things, especially in during monsoon. So every other stuff is outside right now, getting dried up in the sun.
Finally, huh?
Uh-huh.
So, living in Bangalore, this is also one of our major concerns because the weather is always cold and most of the time it drizzles. So,
Yeah.
we also appreciate a warm, sunny day. So, for the same reason. So, yeah, it really helps.
Yes.
Okay, then, perfect. So, how are your sessions going with English, Yari?
Going perfectly fine. I'm enjoying the sessions and learning a lot from these sessions.
Very well. I think you're close to completing 50 sessions, aren't you? Yeah.
Mhm. I have not checked the record, but maybe as you can see in front of you, so.
Yes, you're very close to completing 50. And do you notice any significant change in your confidence, in your fluency, or the comfort level with which you interact in English?
Yes, when I initiated talking with experts and getting on calls with them,
Hmm.
I was a bit apprehensive because I always used to think that they are experts in front of me, and I would always consider myself as a beginner. But over time, I have changed my mindset, and now I'm pretty confident, and I feel that yes, no matter who is in front of you, be it expert or a beginner or a co-learner, but you always have to wear that confidence and express yourself freely, right? Don't worry about
Absolutely.
mistakes, don't worry about your thoughts and perspectives, because the language is more about sharing your thoughts or just be yourself. It's not about copying somebody else's ideas, all right? And there is no manual as such, or there is no set standards in which you
Right.
have to talk, right? So I've become pretty confident over time.
This is extremely important. Most of the time, the biggest mistake that learners commit is they do this comparison whenever they're
Mhm.
interacting with someone. Either they consider the other person to be a step higher than them, and then suddenly that erodes their confidence to a great level. And I
Mhm.
always say, never play the comparison game. Whenever you're talking to somebody, you both are peers, right? So your focus should be on expressing your ideas as confidently, as calmly as possible, and then the conversation will flow. And you'll sound confident, you'll sound comfortable. So good job, Sunita. So without further ado, I think we can discuss a little bit about today's exciting session topic, which is a road trip. But if you have something else in mind, something that you want to discuss with me or ask me, I'm open to that as well.
I think we can take this up, although I'm not very fascinated by road trips and everything, but I would love to talk about it because,
Sure.
again, it's all about expressing your own thoughts.
Correct. And it won't be just about trips in general, just to get to know you a little better, okay, and
Mhm.
your perspective on this. So, you already live in a very beautiful place, correct? A place where a lot of others come for a vacation. So, when it's time for you to take a vacation, where do you usually go?
Mhm. although we don't get much time, that free time to explore places. But yes, whenever I get a little time, I try to visit places, nearby places. I try to visit nearby places only,
Hmm.
and in the mountains. If I had that option to visit places that I admire or that I would love to visit, I would definitely like to visit east side of India, like Sikkim, Meghalaya, Assam, because once in my childhood, I visited Sikkim and I was so fascinated. The beauty there is so mesmerizing, somewhere somewhat similar to our place actually. But I
Hmm.
again want to visit that place. Other than that, I'm really intrigued by all these forts, royal forts, right? Where they keep museums as well, where they keep vintage items. So I'm really into that. So I would like to visit Jodhpur, Jaipur for that reason, and then Jhansi
Yeah.
and Gwalior, wherever there are forts and that heritage,
Yes.
that they have preserved. So I would love to visit those places.
Lovely. When you use the word vintage, even the first thing that came in my mind was also Rajasthan, because
Uh-huh.
somehow you associate palaces and forts with Rajasthan because of the vibrant culture, even their costumes, their palaces. Everything is just stunning. I have to say that. And I think there are a
Yes.
lot of amazing forts even in Maharashtra, because I keep
Mhm.
seeing Instagram reels where people are going on a trek to these places. So quite interesting. Good choices, I must say. So you're basically an out and out mountain person.
I'm not a mountain person, but I have no choice as such. But I would love to explore the whole India, right?
Hmm.
Like people are very fascinated about going outside India, visiting foreign countries. But when it comes to me, I would love to explore India first.
Perfect. So because the places that you mentioned, Sikkim, etc., these are also again the geographical locations are mostly known for the beautiful valleys and mountains, as far as I know. So I thought maybe you're not a beach person. Anyways.
I don't know. And I'm not a particular kind of person as such, but I
Hmm.
love experimenting my choices, you can say. I mean, there is no certain favorites or something like that, but I would love to explore places. But India is so diverse in culture, so diverse in beauty, right? So you get to see a lot of things whenever you go to any new place,
Hmm.
and it is going to be a surprise for you, right? And there are many hidden gems as well, unexplored places, even nearby our area as well. We haven't explored it all, right? So you'll
Right.
always get to see something new, something exciting, something that can surprise you. So that's the reason. So I'm not bound to my favorites, I would say. So there is no favorites as such,
Hmm.
because when you say that something is my favorite, so you're somehow confining yourself to that particular area only, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Unique perspective. That's a very unique perspective. So let's assume I'll give you an imaginary scenario. Okay, your pen pal from a different state, from a completely different place in India, has planned to visit you, and now it's your job to make an itinerary of activities for one day, just to
Mhm.
show them around your place. All right. So, where would you take them? What activities would you make them participate in? Something that will
Mhm.
give them a taste of your place, your culture, your food. So, I would love to know that.
Mhm. So, if somebody visits my place, first of all, I would make them stay in our homestay here, because that
Okay.
is an isolated place, a
Mm-hmm.
bit far from our village, the residential area. So, it's in an isolated location, and they are going to get a good glance of Himalayan range, Trishul Himalayan range there from there.
Wow.
So, that would be a treat for their eyes. So, that's the first thing. When they wake up in the morning, they can simply have that scenic view, right? After that, definitely, I would serve them local cuisines prepared by myself, maybe. And after that, yes, Uttarakhand is known for gods. It is also called Land of Gods. So
Yeah.
definitely a visit to temple, a nearby temple. We have a very famous temple here, Badangari Temple, that is located at the top of the hill. So there is, I mean, you have to trek uphill for about 3 kilometers. It's
Okay.
an uphill trek, right?
Yeah.
So that is going to be adventurous for them, and it is going to take again maybe 3 to 4 hours for them. It takes less time for us, but for any tourists, it is going to take a good amount of time.
I
So
understand.
2 to 3 hours will be spent there, and after that, they would feel a bit tired, definitely. They would have sore feet, and they would need some refreshment, something rejuvenating, right? So
Mhm.
after that, I can take them to any kind of cultural activity. Like we can arrange a cultural activity for them, maybe a folk dance or a program where they're playing music, right? Folk music, you can say, and where
Yeah.
they are dancing in on that folk songs. So they
Hmm.
can also be a part of it. They can mingle together and dance together with other people there. So that would be relaxing for them. Something they can, you know, they can feel like recharged
Yes,
after being a part of that cultural activity, right? And
absolutely.
after that, evening snacks and tea. And again, we can introduce our famous ragi biscuits, because ragi is very famous here. So
Okay.
something famous, something unique. They would not get anywhere else. So
Hmm.
something unique where we will arrange for them,
Yeah.
and then gossips and everything. And we would like to make them part of our community as well.
Yeah.
So we'll bring them to our village here,
Yeah.
and we'll let them meet people here and explore places. We have an old house, old traditional house, I would say here.
Hmm.
So they can explore that place as well. And they can simply enjoy the nature. They need not to get indulged in different activities. They can simply be there and enjoy the surroundings, right? On their
That's
own.
amazing. That's really
Right.
amazing. And now I'm secretly wishing that I was this pen pal of yours who could have visited you. At the beginning of your sentence, you mentioned that you have a homestay. Do you run a homestay?
Mhm. Yes, it is of my brother-in-law.
Okay.
So yes, I also go there
Lovely.
sometimes. Whenever any foreigners visit, I
Yeah.
don't miss any chance to practice my English
Interact
with
with
them.
them.
Yes.
Amazing. You're making the best use of every opportunity given to you, Sunita, and that's commendable, I have to say. Great, great job. And the plan that you made for your guest, right? It's going to be a day packed with adventure, culture, fun, relaxation, everything. So I think you should maybe consider an alternate career as those trip guides. These days they are very popular. Wherever you
Yes.
go, they're
Mhm.
like that beacon of light for you to be like, okay, go here, go there, do this, do that. They make everyone's trip extremely memorable. So you can
Mhm.
definitely consider that. Lovely.
Yes, but it's so
Great
easy
plan.
when you consider your guest as your family. So if you
Yeah.
do everything for them, you would wear your heart on your sleeves for them, and
Hmm.
then
Yeah.
ideas automatically come to your mind.
Yes, absolutely. But not everyone has this kind of a beautiful mindset. You mentioned that you have to treat them like a family, right?
Mhm.
So, for a lot of people, it's business. But when you were speaking, it literally felt like you want to give them that personal touch, something that you have experienced and you want to share with them. So, that
Mhm.
was really lovely. I loved the entire plan. Okay, great job. And now let's play a small activity. Okay,
Mhm.
hope you like it. It's a rapid fire. I'll give you two options. Just choose one, and later on we'll discuss why, what, how, where. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. So if you had to choose between going on a solo trip versus a group trip, what would you
Mhm.
choose?
Solo trip.
Solo trip. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The second question would be, see, anywhere we go, there are some popular touristy destinations, and second, there are also some hidden gems, right? So, what are you more inclined to explore?
Famous destinations.
Famous, the popular ones.
Uh-huh.
Okay, lovely. And the third, it's about luxury versus adventure. So, if you're
Mhm.
given a choice between maybe camping in the woods, or camping on a mountain versus staying in a luxurious hotel,
Mhm.
so what would you go for?
Staying in a luxurious hotel.
Luxurious hotel. Great. I honestly, even I would go for the same. I've tried camping, not my thing. Okay,
I'm
great.
scared of it. My brother does it, and
Hmm.
I simply tell him, don't do it. It's very scary, you know. It's
Yeah.
very risky also. So he does all these camping activities in the mountains, and that's too risky, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
These wild animals wander around here, and
True.
you can't even think of the scenarios then.
Correct, correct. Absolutely. I think in the daytime it's okay. I feel, but as you mentioned, as night falls, then there are many dangers, and you're solely reliant on yourself, the party that you've come with, and maybe that campfire that you have, right? So it
Yes,
can
yes.
be a risky thing to do. But for people who are very adventurous, I think your brother is. an
Mhm.
adventurous one. So I think for them that thrill keeps them going.
Yes, yes, definitely. So we
Yeah.
don't know, like, how do they get all this courage from? Where do they get all this courage from? But
Yeah.
yes, for us, it's something unimaginable.
I totally get it. Okay. So you said that you would like to go on a solo trip as compared to a group trip. Now, in Hindi films especially, they always show that solo trip is something that can be life changing for you. There are so many movies made on this particular topic, right? Do you feel that could be true that if you just maybe go on a solo trip for a couple of weeks, you will come back as a different person, a different soul,
Mhm.
or you feel it's a little overhyped? What do you think?
Mhm. Uh, I don't know. Depends what kind of situations you're going through. If you are really depressed in your current situation, and then this solo trip might help you, right?
Hmm.
To get that, to get your own time with
Yeah.
yourself. There is no
Yeah.
distraction, and you can
Yes.
simply take a good amount of time
Yeah.
to self-introspect, right? Or to deal with your adversities, your
Hmm.
situations, and then come back with a fresh mind, right?
Yeah.
But I would like to share my own experience here. For me, like, we are simply trapped in a family setting, responsibilities. So if I go for a solo trip, I would
Yeah.
feel so rejuvenated because I
Yeah.
want to take a break from all these things, all these
Oh.
responsibilities,
Yeah.
kids, family, and everything. That's why I chose solo trip over these group. Group for me means family, right? So that's why
True
I
that.
chose solo trip. And then when you go for a solo trip, you don't want to take any kind of a risk because you're going to get a few days only for your solo
Yeah.
trips, considering my situation.
Yes.
So I would like to take full advantage of it. So I would love to go to a luxurious hotel for that purpose so
Hmm.
that I could relax. I don't want to go on any kind of adventure because then it becomes risky again, right? You
Yes.
want a
Too much
company.
work again.
Yes, yes. And you
Yeah.
want a company. Then only you
Yeah.
can enjoy the adventure. You can't, I
Absolutely.
mean, from my point of view, you can't enjoy any kind of adventure alone. So you need a company. And then,
Absolutely.
what was the third one?
No, that's about it. Like, I
Uh-huh.
asked you if a solo trip can be life changing as they show in movies or not. And I think you gave me a really, really good explanation. I do agree with you that solo trips can be quite refreshing, something different from the mundane life, and maybe a small break from all the responsibilities that you shoulder on, right?
Mhm.
And something that is there to pamper you is always welcome.
Mhm.
Maybe,
Right.
yeah, it's always welcome. Okay, perfect, very true. And one thing that really did surprise me was when I gave you the option between hidden gems versus popular
Mhm.
tourist destinations. You didn't bat an eyelid and you immediately said that I want to go to the popular destinations. Why
Mhm.
so? Why not the hidden gems?
Again, because of the risk factor, because there
Okay.
is a lot of risk involved when you go to unexplored places, hidden
Mhm.
gems. So you want to carry someone along with you in that case, right?
Okay.
So that there would not be any kind of risk. You would feel a bit safe, right? Exploring different places. When I hear this word hidden gems,
Mm.
so it comes to my mind that we're talking about mountains most of the time,
Yes.
right? Somewhere in the deep mountains or deep locations,
Correct.
so that's a bit risky, a bit dangerous.
Perfect. Lovely. Thank you so much. I think I'm done with my Q&A and A and my activities and everything. Time for a quick feedback before we can proceed to the other part of the conversation. Okay? Yeah.
Sure.
So you are definitely a proficient speaker, not just I wouldn't say intermediate. Also, you are an advanced level speaker. That's very very evident in the way you speak. Not just your vocabulary, not just your grammar, just the ease with which you talk. Right. That makes it really apparent that you've been practicing this for a very long time. You've put in a lot of efforts to be here. And that's evident. And you have a very good comfort level that you've established with English, and it's a pleasure to hear your answers. They make a lot of sense, even though you're fast, but it makes a lot of sense. If there's anything I would like to suggest to make your speech even more pleasing than it already is maybe the pace of speech, the speed with which you talk. You can take a break in between, Sunita. That there's a common misconception that one has to speak very fast all the time. That's not necessary. If you wish, in between, you want to think or come up with something better, something more personal, a better example, maybe speak two, three sentences, take a pause for 2 seconds, think, and then continue. Trust me, your brain will come up with a much better, much creative answer, better examples, and your I mean, the way you speak, your answers, everything will be even better. It will be on a different level. So feel free to take a pause. There's nothing wrong in it. That's the only recommendation. But other than that, your vocabulary, your grammar, your fluency, the accuracy with which you speak, it's all up there. Okay, it's all up there. You're doing a fantastic job. So whatever it is that you're doing to enhance your English, continue doing that. You're on the right track. Okay.
Thank you so much for the feedback. And actually, you
Yeah.
spoke my mind because I wanted to work on this particular area where I want to maintain my pace.
Yeah.
And yes, I want to take pauses and reduce these fillers as well.
Hmm.
I use this filler, a lot. Sometimes there is a literal meaning when I say, क्या आप जानते हो, but the
Of
other
course.
times I use it as a filler,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Luckily, in today's session, there were no fillers. So maybe subconsciously, because you were so aware of this problem, maybe you worked on it. And in today's session, there was no filler problem.
Mhm.
So good job
Mhm.
on that.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's about it. That's the only thing that I would like for you to tweak. Other than that, you're a perfect speaker. One of the best that I've come across. Okay. So keep it up.
Means a
Now,
lot.
yeah. If you have any questions or queries related to English or communication, you can let me know. We have some time on hand.
Okay, so since we all try for learning more and more vocabulary, so any tips from your side to learn vocabulary? And especially in practical aspect, because I want to learn this English language for everyday use, not
Right.
for any professional use.
Perfect. So there is a very logical approach to learning vocabulary. Since you told me that you want to enhance your vocabulary for everyday English, first step would be to observe what are the topics that you commonly end up discussing with people, whether it's small talk or deep conversations. So first identify. There would be a couple of things, right? Maybe kids, family, entertainment, music. What is it that you enjoy talking about? First, try to enhance your vocabulary in those topics. That is what I would recommend. Imagine you enjoy talking about music, but if you are trying to enhance your vocabulary related to politics, it's not going to help you. It's a waste after a certain point. So be very specific. Okay. Second thing, and a common mistake that a lot of people do is they see a word, they write the meaning, they write the sentence, and that diary and that notebook is shoved in a corner. They never go to that, they never refer to that. You don't have to do it. You have your mobile phone. If you find a new word, just take a screenshot of the word, meaning, etc. Make a gallery in your mobile phone called the vocabulary gallery. Anyways, we have this habit of scrolling through our phone every day, right? So every night before you go to sleep, maybe just scroll through that, so that every day you're revising whatever you've learned so far. So two simple steps: identify the topics that you enjoy talking about, that you
Mhm.
most commonly end up discussing with people. Enhance your vocabulary. Don't spend too much time doing extra stuff. Be clever, be smart. Make sure you're in touch with those new words on a daily basis. Just keep scrolling and it'll be registered in your subconscious. It'll help you.
Right, right. That
Yeah.
sounds practical. I'm definitely going to do that. I also write
Yes.
down vocabulary in my notebook actually, but yes,
Mhm.
that sounds cool and easy.
Yeah,
Try
it's
to
easy. If
jot
you
it down everything.
there is a tip I would like to give you. When you're writing it down, just write down the words. Don't write the meaning examples, because
Mhm.
this is a good way for you to test yourself. Now you only have the words. Just once a week, maybe you go through the list of words and see how many words do you remember organically, and how
Mhm.
many do you have to go back to again and again online to find the meaning. So this way
Mhm.
you will understand. You will test your memory, like how good are you, what are the words that are a bit of a trouble and which you have to revise more and more. So it will be like a test. Otherwise, if everything is right there in front of you, there's no test. You're not testing yourself,
Mhm.
right? So this will
Right,
give
right.
it exciting
Mhm.
edge. Hope you
Uh,
like it.
yes, yes, I liked it. And definitely you'll get an opportunity to push yourself to think, and that's
Yeah,
really important.
true. It makes everything fun. So yeah.
Uh,
Anything else that I can help you with, dear?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much for these
Welcome.
suggestions, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to work on these.
All the best. It was very nice talking to you, meeting you, and getting to know you. I'll see you in the next session. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.